Hello, my friends. I'm underground again. And you see this up here in the ceiling? Some people, it's a fault or a micro fault, or it's a weakness like a fault where apparently silica solution millions of years ago could have trickled down from the surface, brought silica down through the sandstone. And then when it met with the clay layer, the pH changed and opal happened. So if you take a look right here, you can see a bit of a boulder with some opalized wood in it that I cleaned out a bit. I'll take that out in just a moment. It looks interesting, not $1 million or anything, but it looks interesting. There's a rotten nut up there that does not look very interesting. There's a little bit of color over here to the side, but that's got some potential. So we'll drop that down, and it's almost the end of the day. I found a bit of color, but this looks like an interesting neighborhood. So I'll get back with you in a few minutes, and we'll see what happened there. This is the piece that came off in front of that piece. So there was a bit of color in that. It feels nice and dense, reasonably heavy. It should cut okay. And there's a bit more color, over here to the side. So we'll dig this out and see what it yields. We'll see what it yields, and then we'll go upstairs, have a drink of water, and take a shower. Thanks for watching. See you soon with some more treasure. Bye-bye. Well, Opal fans, I'm sorry I didn't have the camera running, but I popped that piece out, and there's more treasure. There's more treasure behind it. That's always nice when you see that the piece of ironstone and the color expands. It gets bigger and there's more. So we're gonna have to take a more thoughtful, careful stab at that and remove as much of that intact as I can. But I thought you'd like to see that. And this video was really just moments after I finished the last one. So we'll clean this up and we'll see what else I can find. Thanks for watching. Hi, welcome Opal fans. As you can probably guess, I'm back on the surface, but I wanted to let you know that I did stick the jackhammer in the wall after that last video, and I did pop that piece out, and behind that piece was more color, but better color. I mean, darker, richer blue, more gemmy-ish kind of stuff. So that means tomorrow, I've got more treasure and better treasure waiting for me, just hanging there on the wall. So, as I've said before, it's always nice to leave for the day and know that there's color in the wall waiting for you tomorrow. And as I said, this is better color than the stuff that that you saw in the previous two videos. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit tired and a little bit dirty. I meant to mention, in terms of following that fault that was in the ceiling, sometimes those faults, I'll be 50 feet underground, and you can see little tiny roots that have made it all the way from the surface down 50 feet through those little faults, through those little cracks. So if those roots are coming down there, one would think they're there for water. So in other words, remembering that opal in this area is sedimentary, a crack that goes all the way from the surface means that water can trickle down there, or at least it could have trickled down there a long time ago. And as I said earlier, the water would trickle down there, dissolve some of the silica, carry a silica-rich solution down through the sandstone. Once it reaches that ironstone, apparently what happened was once that silica solution would trickle down and it would reach that ironstone clay interface, the chemistry of those two things would change the pH of the solution, and when the pH changed, the opal would come out of solution and form that beautiful gemmy stuff that we all love. So I saw that crack in the ceiling and I thought, what the heck? I might as well chase it and see what happens. And that's the bit of color I found. And like I said, there's even more waiting in the back, waiting behind it, waiting for me tomorrow. So I'll clean it up. It's going to take me a while to clean it up, and then hopefully I will share some more video with you tomorrow of some prettier stones. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.